5:13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
All eyes will be on Tropical Depression Fred as we head through the next few days. I'll let you know the latest from the Hurricane Center, our potential impacts, and of course your weekend forecast. That's all coming up.
An East Macon shooting leaves one woman in the hospital. What investigators know so far about the case. Plus, we're taking a closer look at COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy this morning and what Central Georgia hospital leaders are saying about the safety of the shots.
Access to life-saving EpiPens are no longer a concern for the Bibb County School District. I'm going to tell you what the district is doing to make sure students have access to them.
Well, good Friday morning. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. I mean, just check out that sunrise. I see you, Macon, looking good. The time is now 6:31 a.m. on this August the 13th. I'm Wanya Reese. Caitlin Heck, she is enjoying the morning off. And the biggest story of the day, Courtney, is definitely Tropical Storm Fred. What's going on with it this morning?
It is trying to regain organization. It's doing a better job this morning. Still a tropical depression as it makes its way north of the island of Cuba. It is forecast to become a tropical storm as we go through the day today. So either by the 11 a.m. advisory or by early this afternoon, it should progress back into a tropical storm. It will maintain that tropical storm status as it makes its way closer to the panhandle of Florida. However, latest track from the Hurricane Center does indicate Fred won't gain quite as much strength as earlier anticipated as it does make its way closer to landfall. Good news for us, of course, it will weaken very rapidly as it makes its way inland, potentially to our west. That's the general consensus of the models. So that will put us on the right side of the storm. That will, of course, give us that potential for heavier tropical downpours and maybe some severe weather come the start of next week. And we'll break that down in full detail in my full forecast in just a few minutes. In the meantime, enjoy this beautiful sunrise. It looks like Macon is just as bright and happy and excited that it's Friday as we are this morning, but it's still feeling quite muggy out there. Let's talk about the weekend forecast and all about Fred. That's in a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. New overnight, one woman is hurt after an apparent shooting in East Macon. The Bibb Sheriff's Office says it happened just before 11 last night in the 2700 block of New Clinton Road. They say they got a report that someone shot a 37-year-old outside her home. She went to the hospital and the Sheriff's Office says she is stable. Vaccine hesitancy. It's two words you've probably heard a lot throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Right now, the CDC reports just over 69% of the population eligible for vaccination has gotten at least one shot. That means around 30% of Americans 12 and up haven't gotten any doses. Across the country, some of the reasons people give for not getting the vaccine includes it's experimental and it's not approved by the FDA. So this morning, we wanted to see what's held you back from getting the vaccine. Jessica says the possibility of severe side effects. She says she has kids and is hesitant to take that risk, adding she already has pre-existing conditions. Courtney says because as a human being, it's her right not to get the vaccine without having to explain it to anyone. And Jackson says he's not taking a vaccine that was rushed in under a year. One Houston County woman says she was also hesitant to get the vaccine, but she had a recent change of heart and got her first dose last week. Tamara Byram says she didn't want to roll up her sleeve for a number of reasons. The biggest one, she was scared. Byram says she takes daily prescription medications, so she was unsure if the vaccine would interfere with them. She was also worried about the Food and Drug Administration not yet providing full approval to any COVID-19 vaccine. But Byram says what changed her mind was her 4-year-old granddaughter, Riley. You see her there, who is immunocompromised and currently doing in-person schooling with a mask. Byram says she didn't want there to be a point that she couldn't see her granddaughter anymore. Now she's an advocate for the shots.
Go get your vaccine because, not only can it minimize, your symptoms or, just keep you from being sick at all, you can also help stop it. You can help slow the spread of this thing and save lives, ultimately.
Byram got her first dose of the vaccine this past Friday and goes back for her second in 3 weeks. President Joe Biden said earlier this month that he expected the FDA to give final approval to the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines by the fall, maybe as early as September. Getting the vaccine is exactly what health leaders in Central Georgia encourage. Leaders with Houston Healthcare, Piedmont, Macon, Atrium Health, and the Macon-Bibb County Health Department came together in Macon yesterday to urge people to consider rolling up their sleeves. Some of you may be concerned about the vaccine not being fully approved by the FDA yet and question whether it's experimental. But Atrium Health Navicine President and CEO Delvecchio Finley says it's safe and effective.
I think there's a lot of confusion about the rapid nature in which we were able to successfully get the vaccine, and the notion that it's under what is termed an EUA. The E in EUA is emergency use authorization. It's not experimental use authorization. What I would say to people is this vaccine went through the same degree of clinical trials as all other vaccines we've had. We were just able to do that in a much more expedited fashion.
Looking ahead a couple weeks, there are a couple chances for you to get a shot. The Macon Volunteer Clinic will hold 2 vaccine events at their site on Rogers Avenue. One is on Tuesday, August the 24th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and another on Wednesday, August the 25th from 3 to 6 p.m. They're offering the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccine, so you must be 18 and older. Taking a look at vaccine numbers in Georgia, the State Department of Public Health shows over 4.2 million Georgians are fully vaccinated. That's about 41% of the state. More than 4.9 million have gotten at least 1 dose, or 48% of the Peach State. Right now, the CDC shows Georgia and 11 other states near the bottom of the country in population partially vaccinated. Of those 11 other states, 8 rank below Georgia. As COVID-19 continues to affect the country, schools are starting to see the impacts as well. Here in central Georgia, some are choosing to go online for a little while. That includes Chris County High School. The school says virtual learning started yesterday and it goes until August the 23rd. Starting next week, Macon County schools will also be virtual. The district made the announcement earlier this week saying its schools are going online for 2 weeks. That starts Monday and it goes through Friday, August the 27th. Students can check out Chromebooks to support virtual learning. Mask mandates are also back for students and staff in Macon County. Well, the time is now 6:37 a.m. Courtney, I'm not able to get out there and talk to you, but how's the weather looking out there?
It is very muggy this morning. Prepare for it. It is going to be another hot and humid day. So that means for the kickoff of the Breakfast Bowl, Macon Bacon versus Savannah Bananas, it is going to quite literally be sizzling out there at Luther Williams Field. By 7 o'clock first pitch, we will still be in the low 90s, more than likely feeling closer to the triple digits. So if you are planning on heading to the game tonight, be sure you're staying plenty hydrated. And then as we head through the rest of the evening, we should be mostly clear, but it is still going to be plenty warm and muggy out there. As we head into the weekend, we're going to stay summer-like on Saturday, low 90s with that chance for afternoon scattered showers and thunderstorms, but not going to be a widespread chance for rain today or tomorrow, so don't go canceling any plans if you have them. Just be sure if thunder starts rolling through, thunderstorms start rolling through, that you head inside and wait for them to pass before you go back outdoors. Sunday, a little bit of a different forecast. It will be breezy. We'll also be a little more unsettled, and that breeze will be thanks to Tropical Storm Fred at that point on Sunday, moving closer to the Florida Panhandle. So let's take you through it. Today, again, maybe just a couple of scattered showers and storms. Could have a few of those sea breeze showers roll on through. Maybe a few heavier downpours today. That will be possible. In the meantime, Fred will be getting better organized. At this point, more than likely a tropical storm. This is tomorrow afternoon, bringing lots of those heavy tropical downpours. Also the potential for severe weather across South Florida and Central Florida, because you can see they are on the right side of that storm, and on the right side of tropical systems is typically where you get that severe weather threat, also that higher flooding threat. And parts of Florida are expected to get upwards of 10 inches of rain. Thankfully, that is not in our forecast. Fred will make its way along the west coast of Florida, staying out over the Gulf of Mexico. That's the general consensus of the model, so it will continue to gain strength. However, there is some good news with the latest advisory from the Hurricane Center. It does show Fred won't be quite as strong as it makes its way closer to the panhandle of Florida as we head into the start of next week. So by Sunday, Fred will be making its way closer to the Tampa, Florida area and then approach the panhandle of Florida, potentially making a landfall somewhere between Pensacola and maybe even close to the Panama City Beach area as we head into early Monday morning with maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. It will quickly fall apart as it makes its way inland, so it more than likely will pass us as a tropical depression as we head into Monday and Tuesday of next week. However, we will also more than likely be on the right side of this system. The storm will pass to our west, so you can't rule out severe weather. We also will have that potential for some heavier downpours. I put the center of circulation for the Euro and the GFS with an X there. Notice they both pass to our left. So again, that puts us on the right side of the storm. That means we will have that potential for on and off heavier tropical downpours come the start of next week. it looks like we could pick up anywhere between 1 to 2 inches of rain, with higher totals closer to that center of circulation, upwards of 3 inches of rain. The GFS bringing us a lesser coverage of rain, thinking that our highest totals would be somewhere near 2 inches of rain. Wind-wise, we're not expecting any kind of tropical storm force conditions. We'll look between 15 to 20 mile-per-hour wind gusts with isolated higher gusts upwards of 25, maybe 30. And then again, can't rule out severe weather as we head into Monday and Tuesday, thanks to the fact that we could be on the right side of the storm. This could change, so be sure you're staying focused on the weather as we go through the weekend. Summer-like through Saturday. All eyes are on Fred come Sunday. Any impacts will be on the way for Monday and Tuesday.